Howdy. Today I'm going to show how the brake job turned out on the back of the probe and get under the hood and do some measuring of the cold air intake pipe and get as much measurement as I can of the two pieces that hold the air filter, that big cone shaped air filter in the end of the intake pipe. See if I can get one from Summit Racing for like that that fits a 3-inch pipe, like say for a Mustang or something like that. Something that's updated that'll fit on the thing with the mounts and everything. That'll fit the same sleeve the Akimoto filter assembly uses, so that I could take one whole assembly out, put the other one in all clean and ready to go, because they're both the washable sort of filters. I found a place, Phantasma I think it was called, in North Carolina, that carries the Akimoto vacuum lines. Those are really good vacuum lines. I used to have those. Lost a spool of them. I don't know what the hell happened to them. You can get them in different colors to match the car or whatever colors you're using under the hood. But the main thing is they're thick-walled silicone, come in all kind of different sizes, and they will not collapse under high RPM, which on these modern 4-cylinders, especially the EcoBoost, has got to be a good thing, because even my probe doesn't bounce off the rev limiter till they get up around 7450. And once I put the MSD 6AL in there, I'm gonna AL is resettable to set the rev limit. So I'm gonna reset the rev limit to an even 8,000 and see how that works. I don't want the engine to be allowed to crank up too high. She's getting old. She's on Medicare. But anyway, the brakes are great again. Silent as the grave, so to say. But it's got, this mist is getting worse, and I don't know. I spent a couple $1,000s on the sensors and all of that, as you may remember from other videos. And replace the air filter and go for a ride. If that doesn't work, then I'll just have to see if AutoZone can read some fault codes. By the way, I live not too far from the intersection of Abbey Road, which is also State Route 301 here in Ohio, and Detroit Road, which is State Route 254. Right on that corner there where the old coin-op car wash used to be, they tore that down and built an AutoZone. So that's going to be real handy for me, because it's just I don't know, quarter mile maybe. But also something, I want to tell you guys something that's sort of related to cars and tuning. Money, to be more precise, and who don't need more of that for their car after they pay for upkeep on the house and family and all of that. I was going to H&R Block to get my taxes done, and I never got more than $1,200, $1,700 back since I retired. And they were charging me well over $500. It just kept going up and up and up and up, and last year's 500 something, and it cost a little more to have them do my taxes than I got back from the state. Okay, so on the insistence of two of my sons, I went to TurboTax on the computer here. You see the Super Coupe behind me. It cost me 1/4 to 1/3 as much, and I got 3 or 4 times as much back. It only cost me a few pennies under $175 to go long for them, since I own my own home and all of that. And I got a little over $5,000 back instead of like $1,200 to $1,700. So I not only get to fix the kitchen for Mama, but I get to do a bunch of shit on my car. Oh yeah, because I've got remanufactured control arms laying there. And that's another one. Buy remanufactured parts, not rebuilt. Rebuilt means they've been cleaned up and they just replace whatever is obviously worn. If something else is marginally good, they leave it on there and paint it back up if that's necessary. And then toss it in the box. Don't want that. Don't ever do that. That stuff is crap. You're just going to waste time taking it back. Besides making sure you keep your receipts to do so, otherwise you're fucked. And anyway, so I got the remanufactured front lower control arms. It's a new ball joints in. They're all clean as a whistle and nice shiny black and everything. Booyah. I need to get those on there. Because it's got that knocky rattle from loose ball joints, and that increases the wear on the CV joints. They wear out faster, in other words. So buy remanufactured, do not buy rebuilt. Remanufactured, there is a difference. I don't care if it costs more. My hide's worth more than saving a couple of bucks. So let's see now. We got to get back to the rear bumper bracket video. Got to finish that up. But right now we're going to concentrate on trying to get the thing past E-check. And there's going to be an upcoming video on installing that MSD6AL. I'm going to do as much myself as I can, because I've got a PDF I found online that Summit pointed me to that tells how to install that thing on different cars, and for depending on which patch cord you bought. The patch cord is now separate. I keep thinking it used to come with the thing, depending on what car you bought it for. But they figured, more money. Yeah, about another $34. But hey, what are you gonna do, you know? But we'll get into the details of setting up that box first. You got to set up the box before you install it for what motor you're using and all of this, how many cylinders it has. But I digress. Anyway, let's get outside and check out this car. And you can see I got the rear brakes done using the new drums. I cleaned the drums off with some brake clean to get the rust preventive oils off of it, and then sprayed it with Rust-Oleum high temp ultra paint that can take 1200 degrees. But you got to clean those rust preventive oils off of it to make sure the paint will stick good. In this particular paint, it says not to use primer with it, so it soaks right into the pores of the metal. Should be a good thing. We'll find out over the course of time, but that chrome silver does make them look sort of like the old alloy brake drums on 50s Formula 1s I used to watch. So that's kind of cool. It's also got some new lug studs and these tuner lug nuts that are black, and they got the edge looks kind of like little gear teeth, so this special socket can grip them real good. People can't steal them unless they got that socket that fits the shape that's where the hex used to be. Besides, they look better than the chrome. It's easier to keep black cleaner. Chrome wants to rust. Okay, now we have to measure the diameter of this tube and see if we can get some measurements on the air filter, the cone-shaped air filter holder assembly. Looks to be about 3 inches in diameter. It was originally measured in millimeters, but I don't have the papers anymore to tell, how many that was. down in here to. Oh, god damn it. I just about can't get in there to measure this. Really close down in there below the battery. Five and 3/4 inches. Probably isn't any way with all the hoses and wires underneath it. I can measure the bottom. Got bad hips and bad back, so I can't lay down.